Hi Pokefans, welcome back to part 39 of my Pokemon Scarlet gameplay. Last episode we went ahead and talked to Champion Geeta and let her know about our reviews on all the gym leaders that we did battle. In this episode, we'll be going ahead and finally tackling the Ace tournaments and get to see what we have to do over there. Personally, I'm very excited for the tournaments because we do get to battle some of our teachers. Right here, I made my way back to the entrance hall and it seems like Nemona is right there, so let me go ahead and talk to her as well. By the way, just a side note, I did add my second Koraidon to my team and it's actually at level 72, so I'm gonna be trying and using it in the Ace tournaments. Okay, it seems like Nemona is instructing us on what we are supposed to do to participate in the Ace tournament. Of course, we do have to talk to this NPC right here, and it seems like we do have a couple of rules. Any student or faculty member of the academy may enter. Your opponents will be random and only winners will advance to the next round. Opponents will be matched by lottery and the lottery is run by the people in charge. That means you'll have no idea who you'll be facing until you meet them on the battle court. Winners, as I said, will get to advance to the next round. But lose once and you're knocked out. No more battles for you after that. Pretty simple rules. The last trainer standing, the only person to win all their matches, will be deemed the best of all, the academy's ace. So that's how it is, huh? Thanks very much. We have hashed out the tournament rules with the help of Directive Level. Based on the number of entries so far, you would probably have to win 4 times to take it all. Don't forget you might go up against the faculty too, the tough stuff. So good luck and go be even tougher. That is, I think, pretty fun and I'm really interested to go ahead and try this one. Of course, this time Nemona is not going to be participating on this, but I think this is going to be an event that is available for you multiple times, so you can definitely try to kind of use this as a training equipment to level up your Pokemons. Now, since this is the first time we're seeing this kind of mechanism, I'll go ahead and register myself. One more thing, I do have to apologize to you guys. My voice is a bit stuffy today. That's because I just had a bit of cold for the last few days. So I'm really sorry if my voice is a bit weird. It seems like we are gonna have another cutscene. So here we are. Excellent. It seems everyone is here. Some of you certainly have heard the happy news. We have a new champion here at Naranjan Academy. Yes, none other than our very own Miss Dash. I'm actually surprised that many people really didn't know about this. I thought this is something they'll actually put up somewhere if you do become a champion. It gives me great joy to see one of our students achieve this feat during their time at our academy. Today's tournament was organized by our student council president, Miss Nemona, in celebration of her friend's accomplishments. I invite all of you here to see yourselves the impressive strength of our new champion. Not to mention the talents of those students claiming the spotlight for the first time today. It's actually quite nice to see some familiar faces around. I mean, we do have all of our teachers, but of course we do have Penny and Irwin as well. Now, without further ado, let the Academic Ace Tournament, our school battle brawl, begin. Awesome, alright. So how does this go? Alright, let's jump right up into the first round, everyone. Who will the fates pair up today? Champion Dash and Irwin. Ooh, okay. So I guess we are supposed to defeat Irwin once more right here. Very nice. I think it should be fun. We did only get to battle him once and that was, I think, before we went into the Area 0. So I think I'm ready for his team considering that we do know what kind of team members he does use. Unless of course he has added new team members into his team or kind of mixed them up. But I still think we should be able to win this one. As far as my own team members go, I have all of my team members except the Scarlet, which I of course switched into Koraidon. It definitely seems like my team does need a fighting type Pokemon, so I think Koraidon is a really good addition to my team. But here we are ready to battle Irvin. Now as usual, he does go with a Greedent as his first Pokemon. And the other thing I did actually forget to mention is that you can actually terrestrialize your Pokemon for these battles. You don't really have to worry about losing the terrestrialization after the first battle, because apparently it does heal your team members, so you can actually use it for each and every team. Right here I went with Koraidon, which was really good because it is part fighting type and I was easily able to kind of take down Greedent. Next Pokemon is Scorpion, which is pretty cool. I think I can go either with Cloudzyre or Armarouge, but in the end I actually decided to go with Kilowattle, which does have Hurricane. I feel like a flying type move works much better against his Pokemon. But of course, the only way to find that out is just go ahead and try this. Okay, here it comes. I really think Scorpion is an amazing Pokemon. It's a part fire and grass type, so it is pretty unique in its dual typing, and I think its design looks pretty amazing as well. By the way, if you didn't know how to actually obtain one, all you have to do is kind of get a Capsicum and use a Firestone on it to kind of evolve it. In this case, I was easily able to take it down with a Hurricane, which is pretty cool. Right here, I decided to kind of go with Meowscarada and try using a grass type move. I can either go with Leaf Storm or Energy Ball. Once again, I kind of feel like Energy Ball is a really good move and it definitely does kind of do more damage than Leaf Storm, so I feel like kind of using it most of the time. I guess you could say I prefer it more than Leaf Storm itself. Second turn of Energy Ball is able to take that Pokemon down. Let's see which one is next. After all, we are going against 6 Pokemons. The next Pokemon up is Toescruel, so I am gonna keep my Meowscarada up in front once more. Toescruel in this game is grass and ground type, I believe. So I can definitely try using a grass type move, but I don't think it will be super effective. Luckily, I did get a crit hit right there, so we were able to kind of take it down in one hit. That is pretty nice. Let's see the next Pokemon that is coming up. Okay, he actually has a Cloyster, which I think is pretty nice. Cloyster is a water type and I think part ice type as well, so shouldn't have too much difficulty. Went with Leaf Storm again. I don't think it does the same amount of damage. Even with that special attack decreased, I was able to take this Cloyster down, so that's good. We have our last Pokemon, Mabosstiff, that is his final partner. It is a dark type Pokemon, so I did decide to switch into Tinkaton. We should be able to terrestrialize our Tinkaton as well and try to use a fire type move to take it down. I'm also pretty sure that Irvin is gonna be terrestrializing his Mabosstiff. I think it's pretty nice to see it very healthy and able to kind of battle right here after his very emotional storyline that we did go through. Thankfully, I do have the ability on Tempo, which, kind of avoids the Intimidate from Mabosstiff. Right here, I directly terrestrialized my Tinkaton. Don't really have to worry about it. If we do win this battle and go to the next round, we can still go ahead and terrestrialize for that battle as well. So it's kind of like healing up your team members after each turn. I think this player will be able to take down his Mabosstiff in one hit, but let's see how that goes. By the way, the design for the Dark type is pretty cool. I really like it actually. It feels unique and definitely is super different from the other ones. I think the face on top of this Terra type is also kind of looks similar to Mabosstiff's face. So I wonder if that's where the design did come for it. And we were able to take down Mabosstiff with one hit. Pretty amazing. Here we go. Now that we have defeated Irwin, I wonder what happens next. I mean, we are gonna be having another challenge coming up, but I have no idea whom we are gonna be battling next. As usual, Irwin is such a good friend and he is so proud to have us as a friend, which is pretty cool. And the winner of the first round is TynamoDash. But of course, everyone is really happy with Irwin as well. He definitely gave us quite the challenge. And by the way, if you haven't really have your Pokemon around level 70, I would definitely recommend you guys go ahead and level them up a bit more. Because most of these battles will be tougher and the levels of the opponents will also be higher. So it's definitely recommended to have your Pokemon at least around level 75. Okay. Next up is the second round. I'm sure you're ready to hear the matchup, so let's get to it. TynamoDash will be facing Jock, the biology teacher. Hello Dash. I hear you went on a treasure hunt and wound up becoming a champion. That's quite the achievement. I guess I'm the homeroom teacher for 2 champion students now. I won't lie, I feel a wee bit of pressure here. I've got to work hard so my students don't outshine me too much, huh? Well then, let's get started, shall we? Here's hoping I do okay. To be honest, I really don't know what kind of team he's gonna have, but I think we can still kind of defeat him. He does start with an Arcanine, and I do have my Corridon up in front. Let's see how this battle goes. Show me what you've got in your own way and at your own pace. That is a really good statement right there. Now I can definitely go ahead and switch into Cloudsire, but I think I definitely want to try and take this one down as soon as possible. Although the Dragon Claw didn't really do that much damage, I was not expecting Arcanine to actually no play rough. That is pretty nice, but definitely I do have to take it down in this next turn. Thankfully, Collision Course does take it down right here, so we are good. The next Pokemon is gonna be Slowbro. Okay, I guess I'm gonna switch it out. Either way, Corridon doesn't have really good HP right now, so I do have to kind of heal it up later. I think Muscada can actually take it down with an energy ball. But Slowbro definitely tends to have a really good special defense, so I do have to be a bit careful about this. I could have gone with Leaf Storm, I think that would have worked as well, but luckily Energy Ball did take it down. Let's see which Pokemon is gonna be next. I think I'm kind of liking this guy's team. It's definitely pretty unique. The next Pokemon up is actually Lurantis, which is one of my favorite Pokemons. I mean, the design is definitely pretty unique. And the fact that it is a part, I think, grass type. So we should be able to kind of take it down with Kilowatt right here. As usual, I'll go with Hurricane, which is kind of my favorite move at this point. Definitely it is pretty strong and manages to take down most of the Pokemon in one hit. And there we go, we have defeated 3 Pokemons. The next one up is Mudsdale, and I think I do have to go back to Muscada just because I don't really have a water type team member. But of course, if you have one, I would definitely recommend switching out into that as well. Let's see if we can take this one out in one hit as well. Here we go. I am gonna go with Leaf Storm this turn because why not? The minute I use this move, of course the Pokemon avoids it. Okay. That is not good. Close Combat is a pretty good fighting type move, and I was definitely not expecting it. Went with the Leaf Storm once more. This turn we were able to hit and take it down in one hit. It was pretty close. I could have definitely lost right here on Muscada, and that would have definitely put me in a difficult position considering the fact that I don't really have any other Pokemon to kind of use. The last Pokemon is Swalot, which is a Violet version exclusive. So this is the first time I was actually seeing this one. But in a later stage I was able to get one. and complete my Pokédex as well. Let me quickly go ahead and use Psyshock. This should help. But of course, this Scarlet goes for Protect. So it's definitely stalling our move right here. Pretty sure I can actually take this one down in one hit as well. Let me try that once more. And at least this turn we were able to take down the Scarlet. Right, I think there's one more Pokemon left. Just based on the fact that he didn't terrestrialize this one. And let's see which is the final Pokemon. It's Girafarig. Pretty cool to see the new Pokemon right here. I think I haven't seen a Girafarig terrestrialized before, so this is the first time. I've also not used this Pokemon, so I'm not really sure how good it is. If you guys have used this one in your team, let me know in the comment section how good Girafarig is. Or of course, it's Evolution Girafarig right here. I'm also really not sure what typing the terrestrialization is gonna be. Hoping it's a psychic type. In that case, I think I should be able to take it down. Here it is, and it definitely looks pretty cool. Alright. I'm not gonna be terrestrializing my Pokemon for this one. Definitely went with Armor Cannon, which did quite a good damage, but it's still not enough. If I'm not able to take it down with Armarouge, I will go ahead and switch out my team member. In this case, I think I definitely do have to. Let me quickly go into Dinkerton, and it should be able to handle this one a bit more better. I kind of feel like I should have switched out into Dinkerton in the first place. Either way, I think now that we have it out, we should be able to take down the Girafarig in one hit. Alright, let me go ahead and try using Knockoff, which is a really good move. I think this move would be better on Meowscarada just because its attack stat is really good. For Dinkerton, I would definitely recommend using a special move just because the special attack stats is really good for it. And personally, that is what I prefer to use. In this case, since we do have Knockoff, I just went for it. In this case, let me quickly go ahead and use Knockoff once more to take down the Girafarig. This battle definitely was a bit tougher from Irwin's battle, and I think this is gonna be the same for the next two rounds as well, but it has been pretty much fun till now. Let's see what our teacher has to say next. Whoa, you did great. That we sure did. And the winner of the second round battle is Champion Dash. Hehe, you beat me. You're quite the strong trainer, aren't you, Dash? You're more fit for teaching profession than I am with that boundless confidence of yours. Mr. Jog, did I hear you correctly just now? Oh, he's gonna get into trouble. Uh-oh. Hi, Director. Are you angry with me? Well, I'm gonna go get yelled at. Good luck in coming battles. And that's it. He is going to get yelled at because of us. Finally, only 4 trainers remain. Time for our new contestants to face each other. This time, we are gonna be going up against Dendra, the battle study teacher. I think she is a fighting type trainer, so she probably will have the most. This definitely wouldn't be as tough as battling Mr. Jock, but let's see what happens. Alright, I hear you are the reason we're having this tournament. You have my thanks for that. New kid? No, Champion Dash. As a teacher, I feel like it's my duty to lead my students to success. But since I am the battle study teacher here, I can't very well lose in a battle, can I? So don't expect me to go easy on you. I'm going to give it all I've got. That's fine. I think we'll have a really fun battle if the battle is gonna be tougher. I think this is gonna be fun. As usual, I still have Koraidon up in front, so I can either kind of switch out or try to use it. I think I'll try and keep my Koraidon up in front just because of the fact that it's pretty powerful and I shouldn't have too much of a difficulty against her. Let me, as usual, go with a pretty powerful move. This time I chose Giga Impact. Sadly, we did miss it, which was pretty bad. Of course, she goes for close combat, which is a pretty powerful move on its own. Let me try that once more. This turn, at least we are able to hit it and take it down in one hit. Pretty cool. The next Pokemon coming up is gonna be Tauros. Alright. Personally, I feel like I do have to switch out. This time I went with Armarouge, who should be able to take down most of her Pokemon with the Psychic type moves. As far as the moveset goes, my Armarouge only has one Psychic type move, and I actually didn't bother to kind of go ahead and switch it out for another move. Could have actually thought it Psychic, which is a really powerful move for Armarouge right here. But for now, I will stick with Psyshock, as it definitely does do pretty good damage. There we go, the special Tauros, that is the Scarlet version, is gone down. The next one is the Violet version for Tauros, which by the way is actually part water and fighting type. Pretty unique. Once more, I'm gonna go with Psyshock. We are able to take it down as well. Pretty cool. Personally, as far as the Pokédex goes, I am yet to catch a Violet version of Tauros. Even though I do have my Pokédex completed, I actually don't have this version of it. Hoping that I'll be able to find it in the terrain battles pretty soon. For the next one, I decided to switch up a little bit and switched into my Kilowatt. Of course, she has a Halucha, which is expected. This turn I went with Discharge since Halucha is a part flying type. Lucky for us, we were able to take it down in one hit. Alright. Next Pokemon is Medicham, which is pretty powerful. I would definitely recommend taking this one down in one hit. If not, it sometimes can definitely deal a huge amount of damage on your Pokemon, especially with the Psychic type moves. Personally, I went with Hurricane, and we got lucky enough to take it down with a crit hit. I'm really not sure if I could have taken it down without it, but considering that my Pokemon is pretty much 10 levels higher than it, I think we can. Now, I think this is the last Pokemon for Rendra. She has a Hariyama, so this is her main Pokemon. Of course, she is gonna be definitely terrestrializing it. In my case, I think terrestrialization does not really work out, just because my Kilowatt has a Fairy Terra type and not the flying. I could definitely try and terrestrialize it, but I think we'll still be able to take down this Pokemon without doing so. So let me go ahead and try using Hurricane. Hopefully we will defeat it. Here it is. Looks pretty cool, and definitely it did avoid my move. That Stone Edge was really powerful. I mean, that was a crit hit as well. I think without a crit hit I would have survived it, but sadly I did not. Finally decided to go with Armarouge. Hopefully we'll be able to take it down and not get hit by another Stone Edge. This turn I went with Psyshock, and we were able to take down the Hariyama in one hit. Pretty cool. There we go. We have defeated the third rival as well, or the third opponent. I feel like this round was way easier than the last one. Could have had Dendra as the second opponent, because she just uses fighting type Pokemon and it's quite repetitive and pretty easy to kind of take her down as long as you have either a flying type or a psychic type Pokemon. I feel like most of us do, considering that they are kind of staple in a team. Either way, this battle was pretty easy. She definitely tells us that adults have something to learn on a daily basis, which is definitely true. I think this is the main conversation that we are gonna have with her if you haven't really completed the campus kind of exams. So it's pretty nice to see her talk to us right here. Either way, that is the end of the third match. So we do have the last one. Allow me to introduce the two trainers who will be facing off to finally determine who's the strongest in the academy. It's TynamoDash up against... Ooh, a special guest joining our tournament, the top champion Geeta. Good day, TynamoDash. I had a feeling I would meet you in the finals. Honed strength against honed strength. Such a clash is what captures the crowd and makes their heart race. This is extremely close to what I would call my ideal world. As a chairperson for both Pokemon League and the Academy, I find this situation incredibly satisfying. Now, if we both push each other to the greater heights, we will achieve greater synergy. Come, TynamoDash, our battle will inspire all those who watch us today. Let me show you the full might of top champion. Okay, so does this mean that if we do defeat her here, we become the top champion? After all, if we do defeat her here, this is the second time we would be defeating her. So, does that mean we are gonna be the top champion? I am not sure, but I think this battle is pretty interesting. She as usual starts with Esprata, so I don't think having Koraidon up in front is gonna help me with that. Let me quickly go ahead and switch into Muscrata since it is part Dark type and would resist any move that Esprata would actually put out right here. The one thing I really didn't expect right here is Esprata using Dazzling Gleam. That was surprising. It's a Fairy type move and is super effective on my Pokemon. But thankfully in the next turn we were able to take her Pokemon down, so that is good. The next one that is coming up is actually Gogoat, so I definitely do have to switch out once more. Right here I actually decided to go with Koraidon since it does have Flamethrower. That's the only reason why I decided to go with it. If not, I think I would have switched into Armarouge. Let's see if we can take down this Gogoat with our Koraidon. Now, as far as the moveset for Koraidon goes, I know it does get some really good moveset and I could definitely switch out its moves as well. For now, I think I'll stick with the current moveset as it's pretty good. Right here, it seems like almost all of the Pokemon that La Primera has definitely knows a Fairy type move. So using Koraidon is a bit risky for me. Next Pokemon is Kingambit, so I'm gonna once more switch out. This time going into Armarouge, and I think targeting it with a Fire type move is gonna be pretty good. Also, what's up with the background music? It is so intense. I know that this is the final battle for the Ace tournament, but definitely does not have to be this intense. Either way, I'm just gonna go ahead and use Armor Cannon. Hopefully, we'll take down this Kingambit in one hit. That we do. Pretty good. Let's see which one is next. Hopefully, it's another Pokemon I can actually tackle. As far as Geeta's team go, I feel like her team could have been a bit more better. Especially since it's so easy to kind of defeat her. They could have switched out the Gogoat and Avalugg since, you know, these two Pokemons are pretty easy to kind of defeat. Other than that, they could have given her a better Pokemon. Maybe she could have used a Cloudzyre or any one of the starter Pokemon would have been fine. If that is too difficult, she could have been given any other newer Pokemon introduced in this game. But of course not, they go with Gogoat and Avalugg, which is super easy to take down. Anyway, the next Pokemon coming up is Veluza, so I do have to switch out my Armarouge. I think Muscrata will be able to take this one down either with a Night Slash or an Energy Ball. Veluza, by the way, is a really cool dual typing. It does have Water and Psychic type. But I'm not really sure if I really like its design. It's a bit plain. It's just grey and pink. I wish there was a bit more design on it. Um, Either way, I think Glimora is pretty cool. And I do have to switch out once more. Glimora is part poison and rock type, so having Muscara up in front is really not that great. But back to the designs, I think Glimora is super cool. It's a unique concept of a flower and definitely quite cunning. I really like the color scheme on it as well. Right here I switched into my Cloudzyre. Hopefully we'll be able to use a Earthquake to kind of take it down. I'm also going to terrestrialize it, because why not? We do have a ground terra type. Right here Geeta is going to terrestrialize it. This time she's going to be terrestrializing it back into a rock type. But I think either it goes to a poison type or a rock type, we should be able to still kind of take it down with an Earthquake. But as usual, Glimora looks amazing when it's terrestrialized. It looks so good. Right here, I am terrestrializing my Cloudzyre into its ground type. I'm actually glad I caught one with a ground terra type and not a poison one. I feel like having a ground terra type is really good and definitely really helpful. Sadly, my Cloudzyre is still quite slow and I did get a bit of a hit right there. But of course, Earthquake definitely did a good chunk of damage on Glimora. I'm really not sure if my attack stat is really that good on this Cloudzyre, considering that it wasn't able to take down Glimora in one hit. Either way, I think we are good. We are able to take it down in the next turn. And since this was the last trainer for the Ace tournament, I think we are gonna be winning this one. Definitely has been pretty interesting and I actually enjoyed this tournament. Now that we have defeated the champion, we do have quite a few cutscenes to complete. So let's go ahead and see what everyone else has to say. Also, it seems like my team members are finally around level 80, which is pretty helpful. I'm definitely gonna try and make sure that they are around level 100, but for now I think my team members are pretty good. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen, the victor of this tournament and thus the strongest trainer in the whole academy is Champion Dash. Of course, Nemona is here for us. Dash, you did it! You did it! And of course everyone chants my name. This is a bit weird but definitely pretty fun. I think I'll kind of go ahead and do this offline as well. Feel like it's an easier way to kind of level up my team members as well. But back to here. I would like to extend my thanks to everyone who has made this extraordinary tournament possible. Each and every trainer demonstrated beautifully the bond they share with their Pokémon. I couldn't take off my eyes off any of the matches. Taking lessons from tradition, growing stronger and greater. That is our motto at Naranjan Academy, and the tournament truly lived up to our ideas. Now, I'm aware my speech tends to get a little, shall we say, overlong, so I'll wrap it up there. Alright. I now turn the floor over to our special guest, Champion Geeta. The friendly rivalry of the trainers, the cheering encouragement of the crowd. I feel like these are perfect ingredients for the academy. No, for the whole of Paldean region to become more lively and energized. Champion Dash was far stronger today than when she took the Pokémon League's final test. It is clear that she strives to become better every day, even after reaching such esteemed rank. It is my sincere hope that all Paldea's people will be inspired not just by her, but by every trainer gathered here who aimed for new heights. And that the seeds for many more future champions will be sown. That's a really good speech. I eagerly await news of all of your achievements. Thank you, Champion Geeta. Now, alas, it is time for this wonderful tournament to come to an end. But this event seems to me to be a wonderful way of building rapport between faculty and students and invigorate the wider community beyond our walls. Alright, so I hereby declare that this Academy Ace tournament will not end as a one-time event and will continue to be held regularly. That is a really good thing, especially since we definitely do need to train up some of my team members. I also feel like this gives us a chance to see the teams of certain teachers that we haven't yet met. I hope you will participate next time, Miss Namona. Absolutely, I wouldn't miss it for anything. Well, dear friends and staff, that's a wrap up for our first Academy's Ace tournament. Thank you for joining us here and I hope you're all excited for the next one. Awesome. So I think this is a really good idea, especially since now that we have completed the storyline, we don't really have anything main of an event to do. So this is a really good thing to kind of spend our time on the game. Dash, you did it. Congratulations on winning it all. I'm so happy, it almost made me forget the pain of everyone using Arvin's stupid school battle brawl name. Oh yeah, here's your prize. And we get a sporty cap. Director Clevel told me he got caught up in all the excitement and forgot to give it to you. So I guess you've got the strongest in the school throne for now. Dash, keep it warm for me. I'm gonna be in the next tournament and I'll be coming right for ya. I guess that's gonna be a bit boring if every single time we challenge the Ace tournaments and we end up having Namona as the final challenger. Hopefully we'll have other people as the final challenger as well. But for now, I think that's all we had for today. In the next episode, we'll be checking out the other stuff, especially more dialogues on our friends, Penny, Arvin and Namona right here. So I am interested in seeing what happens next with our three friends. If you're interested in playthroughs or nuzlogs or just mystery gifts, or if you are interested in Poké News, then definitely go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to support me more, check out the links in my description. And I'll see you guys in the next one.